Good morning and welcome to today's edition of The Morning Bloom. I'm your hostess, Steffi, and today we are going to be doing another look at the energies of the day, and I'll be providing a positive self-care tip. We'll take a quick toke together and I'll pull some tarot cards. So this is just something fun that I'd like to offer on my channel for any of you who are interested. So the Sabbath, Saturday, ruled by Saturn, Sábado, si tú hablas de español. And so many people observe today as a day of rest and a day of prayer. And a lot of us, especially those of us who live in the United States and don't really observe holy days in the same way that some people do, don't really take the time out to self-care or to contemplate or to spend quiet time with family on the weekends. And so I have to go do chores when I'm done with this video. So I will definitely be working as well. But I think it's a positive thing to go into the weekend with a mindset of hopefully taking a little bit of time out to rest, to spend quality time with loved ones, and to observe, your faith or your gratitude in the way that fits best for you. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and take a toke here. I have got some more of this Deadhead OG that I'm going to be toking on this morning with you, hopefully. And I wanted to let you know that I will be reviewing some Strawberry Sour Haze and some Scentsy Skunk coming up here next week. Neither of those I've tried before, so that should be fun. And again, keep your eyes out for some more cannabis conversations because I have some fun cannabis lessons coming for you, as well as my introduction to Materia Medica for other plants. So I don't know about you, but cannabis for me was a gateway plant to herbalism. And so when I bring cannabis to you, it's with the hopes of educating you and spreading the love that cannabis is, and the in my opinion, for me personally, like sharing the healing that it's provided for me, as well as sharing with you medical evidence that I will compile and present that also supports the medical efficacy of cannabis. And a lot of people, in my experience, are more open to hearing about the medical benefits of cannabis than they are like other plants like garlic. Cannabis has a little bit more of a appeal to it, I think, for some people. So my hope for you is that as we talk about all of these different modalities for healing, that you'll find ones that fit for you and feel good and are effective. All right. So get your bowl ready, or your bong, or your joint, or your blunt, or whatever you have. I'm going to be using a little bowl because if I take bong rips right now, I probably can't give you an effective video. And I have some stuff to do today, so I would like to keep my energy at a nice, even, mellow, but productive. So I'm just going to take a couple tokes off of a bowl today. So here we go. Here's to Saturday and the weekend and the lessons that today is going to bring us. Cheers. It's a pretty big bowl. My wishes and prayers for all of you that you have a really beautiful day and a really beautiful weekend. Still some smoke in there. I don't know about the rest of you, but I really miss hanging out with other people in person and smoking in person. So that's the best I can offer you right now, is this quick Instagram morning bloom wake and bake. So let's go ahead and without further ado get into the topic today. So as I was saying, Saturn is the day that is associated with Saturday. And I'm going to read to you just a quick paragraph here from my first and probably favorite astrology book by Lindsay River and Sally Gillespie. It's The Knot of Time, Astrology and Female Experience. Saturn is typically associated with the urge to consolidation, commitment, self-knowledge, wisdom from experience, maturity, self-discipline, reassessment, and structure. It rules Capricorn in the 10th house. So here is just this intro for those of you who are interested in astrology. I use astrology as a psychodynamic healing tool for self-awareness and understanding and growth based on archetypes, and also has a lot to do with Jungian, almost said astrology, Jungian psychology. Before the discovery of Uranus in the 18th century, it was believed that Saturn was the outermost planet of the solar system. Consequently, Saturn was portrayed astrologically as the planet of limitation, coldness, and dark, carrying the message of human mortality. Some past societies portrayed Saturn as the Grim Reaper, or the Lord of Karma, who kept all in their place, usually by dealing out misfortunes such as poverty and illness. By journeying back into ancient knowledge, we gain a different perspective on the attributes of Saturn. One of the characteristics of the Saturnian part of the self is that its true worth is not displayed through outward appearance, but is contained on a deeper level. A story which has a strong Saturnian ring is that of the Greek goddess Medusa, whose face was supposedly able to be so terrifying that it turned men into stone. However, the face of Medusa was actually a serpent-haired mask, also worn by the goddess Athena, which represented female wisdom. One part of this wisdom is the acceptance of death, which will one day turn us all stony hard and cold. The mask acknowledges the fateful aspect of human existence, along with a deeper spiritual understanding of life and its source. All right. Saturn. So that's something for you to meditate on today. So when we think about Saturn and we think about that idea of structure and discipline, I really think about how that applies to self-care, which is a big part of my channel and what I would like to share with other people, because I have learned that no matter how excellent your doctor is or your any kind of provider that you still have to put in the work, and that you still have to take those steps. And that's a part of behavioral health, is like I could know everything there is to know about every plant, every herb, every yoga pose, but if I'm not putting those things into practice, then it's not doing me or anyone else any good. So self-care is a part of discipline, and loving yourself also means disciplining yourself and making sure that you are following through with the healthy choices that you know that you need to follow through with to live your highest quality of life. So my self-care tip for today is to discipline yourself, not in a harmful, painful, or punitive way, but in a way that is nourishing and loving and forgiving and encouraging. So discipline yourself to have positive thoughts and to do at least one healthy thing a day to improve your quality of life. In addition to cannabis, if all you can do is cannabis, then great, that's awesome. Thank you for loving the plant as much as the rest of us, as much as I do. So we're going to do some self-care cards. So, self-care tip is discipline yourself in a loving way by following a routine, a structure that is healthy for you. So for me, that looks like waking up early, meditating, drinking water, doing yoga, journaling, and then providing you all with this to start. All right, a couple more minutes. Okay, we'll do 3 again. Ooh. Okay. Again, all right. Okay, so the 3 self-care cards that we have today, other than discipline yourself in a healthy way, is look for fairies. This was the first one that came up. Look for fairies. So my interpretation of that, one of my interpretations of that is to look for those beautiful, light-hearted, light-spirited, magical folk in your life that bring that joy and that sparkle to you. And, thinking about the wings and this idea of transformation, people that lovingly hold you as you metamorphosize into something different and more beautiful and able to fly, right? So take it as it fits for you. The second one, hydrate. I love this card. Water is life, right? And not only that, but it helps with focus. It helps with anxiety, depression, sleep. As we're talking about water, I'm feeling so thirsty and can feel that little bit of cotton mouth. And also water is associated with emotions. So thinking about the signs of Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, which we're about to have coming up here, a pink super full moon in Scorpio. And so what's your relationship with water? What's your relationship with emotions? So when we drink water, there are studies that have been done that saying different types of music or saying different things to water can change the molecular structure in the water. And so if we're made up of at least 75% water, isn't that fascinating? So when we drink healthy, clean, pure water, water that has been blessed, so to speak, or really anything that has been blessed like food, that we're also ingesting that positive energy into our bodies. And that's a whole nother conversation if you work like in the food industry, for example, or even just making herbal products, like thinking about that energy that we put into the things that we make and the things that we do, and how our energy, even just from our words, can alter the structure of a molecule, right? So when we speak loving, kind words to ourselves and to others, it changes, it reshapes the situation. And again, watch a movie. So I don't know if that means I don't know what you're watching, but apparently watching something entertaining would be good for you. I know that for me, this card also, my son loves watching movies, and I'm always doing stuff around the house. So for me to sit down and watch a movie with him, I guess is really special. So maybe you have children, and maybe they would really love to just mellow out and relax with you and watch a movie. So I'm gonna leave that one there. And we've got a little bit of time left. So we'll do a couple more of these plants. I'm gonna do the wild medicine deck because I love herbs. We'll just pull one real quick, because I want to be able to add my intro into this one. So I hope everyone has a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And you've got ginger, Zingiber officinalis. All right. So ginger root has been a historical nausea and stomach aid for centuries. It's believed to add fire to your love life, making it more potent. And those who plant ginger will attract prosperity. Have a blessed day, folks.